Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about love and hip hop, but we're specifically going to be talking about Spice for this particular episode. But before I go into this heated discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. Oh my goodness, like what is going on with Spice? Spice is like fighting with everyone, for this particular season 11 on Love and Hip Hop. I know that the show is obviously supposed to be dramatic. I know there is supposed to be some fighting scenes, but I feel like, Spice is going a little bit overboard. And I have to be non-biased when, I bring forth my commentary. Spice, I love her. I love her music. I follow her on Instagram. But when I see situations that need to be talked about that I feel is escalating, or I feel that, is, just out of control, I have to talk about it and tell it as it is. So we see, Spice has some sort of beef with a number of people on the show. First of all, she's not talking to Carly because Carly, did some things to her that she felt that was out of pocket. So obviously she's not talking to Carly at this time. The main people that I've seen her being friend up with is like Kirk and his wife, Rashida. But that's pretty much, and like Shakana, like she's good with Shakana. But like I believe it was a few episodes back, when the whole fiasco had happened with, Erica Mina, and, Spice what had sat down, with Bambi, Sierra, Shikana, a whole bunch of people were at that table. They were sitting down and in term they were eating at that time. And pretty much, and then Yandy was also on that table too. So Yandy asks, Bambi, have you spoken to Erica about the whole fiasco and fight between Spice? And Bambi just mentioned to Yandy that, I haven't really, I have spoken to her. We have spoken to her, but it's been like a brief conversation due to the fact that she said that Erica, Mina is working a lot. And so then Spice now doesn't give it the benefit of the doubt. She starts, getting upset and she's like, "You're lying, like you haven't talked to your bestie." And then so then Babby, is confrontational herself. So she comes back and she says, it's not that I haven't talked to her. We have not talked for quite like for a long duration of time. And so Spice is just trying to get a feel, and Yandy's trying to get a feel of like, if Erica and Bambi and Sierra, if they were aware of, the big fight that happened between Spice and Erica, but they're kind of saying that, she didn't really go into, the negative or the nasty things that was said. So, but Spice doesn't believe them, and the whole thing turns very chaotic. Spice starts yelling at them, and then Bambi, as I said, she's confrontational. She's not gonna let you talk to her any type of way, and she shouldn't. She should stand up for herself because she feels like it appears when I was watching it that Spice was sort of being aggressive towards her. So Bambi turns around and she's like, "Who do you think you're talking to?" And in Spice, they start yelling, and then Spice is calling both her and Sierra fake. And we see that, the whole situation, it was just a mess, like out of control. These people have no behavior. And I feel like, a lot of it was provoked by Spice. Even if they had talked to their best friend and she told them about the situation and they perhaps don't feel comfortable, to talk about it because it was a very sensitive thing that happened to Spice. But Spice likes to push and provoke people. And I have to call it what it is. Yes, she makes good music. Yes, she's entertaining. Yes, I'm here for the shenanigans. But I feel like, sometimes she chooses violence and she's ready to throw hands. You know what I'm saying? So, that had happened. And then we see, in this episode recently, that Sierra, after this whole fiasco, Sierra texts Spice and she told Spice that, she wants to be able to sit down with her and talk things through amicable and like, and Spice did meet up with her, and then Spice, during their initial conversation, Spice says that she thinks that people have an anger towards her, and it's like, really, girl? Like, are you really? Did I really, really hear what she said? Every single thing, you're ready to fight people, you're ready to shout at the top of your lungs, you're ready to shout out here in these streets, and just talk to people any type of way. And you have this inclination in your mind that people have an anger towards them. If you're treating people terribly, or you're treating people where you're yelling at them and talking to them in the most ways, what do you think their attitude is going to be towards you? You think they're going to just be meek towards you and just let you treat them any type of way, or treat them any type of dirty way? Absolutely not. So I was, you know, absolutely shocked that she was trying to wonder that why people have this anger towards her. Hello, baby girl. Do you see the way that you're treating people? Come on now. I know you know how you're treating people. Come on, Spice. Do better. So, and then after, Sierra says to Spice, I feel like you have to stop with this rah rah rah, situation and shouting that you have going on. And she also, mentions to Spice, she says, ever since you came back from, the traumatic experience where, Spice had Seppas take over her body, she feels like, Spice is ready for violence, because she has a immense streak of anger towards other people. And then all in all, it's Sierra mentions throughout that episode that she feels that, Spice could benefit from anger management. And she didn't just, make it inclusive to just Spice. She said that, she herself needs anger management, and Bambi, Shakana, and some of the other women also need anger management. But I feel like on the show, to be honest, because I've been watching it since season 11 came out and was premiered, and I feel like the main person that's angry on that show and wants to fight everybody and throw hands, I don't know how much money Mona is paying Spice, but I feel like the main person that's super super angry with everyone this season in particular is Spice mainly. The other people, they're doing a little bit of dramatic scenes as well, but I feel like Spice is just taking it up a notch, and I'm super super curious to know how much money is Mona Scott paying her for this, because the way I see Spice is going on, I'm just like, no man, this is not normal. Like, I'm gonna need you to get it together, baby girl. Come on now. You need to have a sense of peace. You almost lost your life. You were given a second chance. That's what you were saying. So why are you out here fighting all these people? No, man. Like, I know, Spice, like, you have a lot of money. Like, even if Mona does not renew your contract, like, if the reason that you're behaving all extra and out of control is because you want to bring the heat and you want Mona, to you sort of continue to renew your contract, there's better ways you could do it. You could, facilitate empowerment among the women instead of this shouting thing that you're doing. It's such a turnoff. And again, I'm being completely honest. I don't want to be, have any sort of bias in my heart when it comes to Spice per se. As I said, I do love, I do love her music. I believe she has really, really great music. But enough is enough. And I feel like, the women on the show, everybody on the show is already dealing with their own personal problems. And imagine, every day they have to be like sort of, fighting it out here in these streets. But all in all, for the actual conversation, it seems as though, Sierra and Spice, sort of talked it out. And, in the end, they did agree that they can coexist with each other. So hopefully going forward, Spice is going to form, positive relationships. She's going to sort of empower people. But I don't know, like, I feel like Spice sort of likes the drama to a certain extent, because I did see in another scene where they were playing this game, of, like, I guess, uplifting each other. And then Spice had not joined the game. She was sitting on the one of the pool chairs by herself. And I'm just like, you know what, Spice? Like, if you're going to change and coexist with your other colleagues, like, be able to work with them. If there's one of them that's, in that whatever group activity that you don't like, you could just ignore that person and continue on. Like, I feel like she's behaving super, super childish. She's ready to fight everyone. She's shouting up every minute. Of course, what Erica did to her was, awful. It should not have happened. But I feel like, whether she's going to remain have this up in her heart, perhaps counseling will help her to navigate this. But I feel like the show must go on, and you have to show to a certain extent that you're gonna get along with people. You're not there's In my opinion, it's not only Kirk and Rashida and Shakana that's on this trip, or Mita. You have to be able to get along with the other people. They have not done anything to you. It was just Erica that said some stuff to you that was very demeaning. But that's my particular opinion as it relates to Spy. I feel like she is fighting everyone, and it's not called for. But that's my 2 cents. Hopefully she's able to wrap this up. We love drama, but when you're like overdoing it, it's like, come on now, get it together, get it together. Hello, ma'am, what you doing? Come on now. Okay, so but that's my opinion for today. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the way that Spice has been behaving on Love and Hip Hop's season 11 Atlanta? Do you feel that she's fighting everyone, that she's here for the violence, she's ready to throw hands? Do you feel that the sit down with Sierra is going to be beneficial, and Spice is going to turn a new leaf, and perhaps tone it down with the fighting and just try to get along with the other her other colleagues on the show. But that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.